This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So today I'm going to cover one very interesting topic with respect to page object model. And I have done my own research, and I have, I would say, I've created one very special design that's a different design pattern. That how can you use generics in your page object model? This is something really cool. And how can we achieve that? So I'll try to cover within a one session because it's not a big deal. It's very simple. It's very straightforward, and we will see that how can we use proper Java generics, and you can implement in your existing framework as well. Okay, so let's start. So as I told you that, have you ever seen that Java generics where we have to write, let's see, the return type of driver dot find elements? It will give you a list of web element. So we have seen that, okay, whenever there is a list of web element is coming, we have to write web element within a bracket like this, right? And whenever we have to design, let's see, array list or hash map, we have to give some generics over there. This is what I'm talking about. Let's see, I'm going to cover one array list over there, right? And in this particular array list, so let's see, I'm going to cover, it will cover only string type. So this is called generics. So it means in this particular array list class object, whatever I'm creating, it can accept only and only the string type values, right? So this is called generics, right? Concept in Java. It means I can take only string values. The moment I define integer, I can define only integer values. So what I'm going to do that with respect to page object model also, you can achieve that you can create a page class in such a way that you just create one method, and that method is generics in nature, which will return the object of whatever the page that you need. So it will make your code very compact and very easy to read, very easy to understand, and usability factor also it's there. So how to achieve that? And if you explain the same design at the time of interview, guys, I'm pretty much sure that you can impress anyone with your knowledge of Java. And then we will see how can we achieve the inheritance concept also in Java, same in this particular session as well. So let's start with, so as I told you that, okay, I always explain with the diagrams and the flow, how exactly will be the design and everything. So what I'm going to do that first time, I'm going to create one page class, right? This is my page class. This will be my super class of page class, super class of base page class. Here what I'm going to define that in this particular page class, this will be my page.java, and here I'm going to define one method. Let's see, get instance method, and then this particular method, okay, this method will return what? It will return page class object. Okay, this method will return page class object. How to do that? I'll tell you how to do that. So remember this thing that we will create one get instance, okay, method over there, and then I'll create one base page class. So, right, generally we create only base page, and then we create number of pages like login page, home page, which will extend the base page. What I'm going to do that I'm going to create this base page.java. Okay, base page.java class. In this particular Java class, which will extend page class. So base page is the child of page class, and what I'm going to do that inside the base page.java, inside the base page.java, what I'm going to do that I'll simply define uh, okay, a couple of things over there. Simple, I'll create one base page class constructor. Okay, let's see, simple writing like this constructor and some generics, generic methods, not generics, general method or some wrapper methods. Okay, I'll create like for dot click, for send keys, for okay, for get the text and everything. We will create it over there. So this is my base page structure. After this, what I'm going to do that I'm going to create my all the page classes. Let's see, my page classes are we have login page, right? Then we have home page.java. Similarly, you can create other pages as well. And these pages, this is my login page.java. These pages, okay, login page.java and home page.java. these pages will, what exactly they will do, they will extend base page now. Okay, so home page.java and login page.java both are extending this guy, page class. Okay, sorry, base page class, and base page is extending page.java. Okay, perfect. What exactly we are going to write in this particular login page.java? What I'm going to write, I'm going to simple create a couple of things. My locators with the help of by locators. It means simple locator I'll define, and my page actions also I'll define over there. Perfect. Okay, so we will write something over there as well. Okay, after that, what I'm going to do that after my page is done, so this is my page layer, as I told you that. Okay, this is my page layer. Inside my page layer, I'll create my base page, page, locators, and home page, login page, everything I'll create like this. So this is my first layer. So this is my page layer, right? Perfect. And then I'm gonna create one more layer that is called my test layer, right? So this will be my test layer. Test layer will be written in testng. So this is my test layer. And inside the test layer, I'm going to create my test cases over there. Let's see, login test.java, home test.java, and so on. So in this example, I'm just going to cover login test.java, right? But for login test.java, what I'm going to do that, okay, I'm going to create one more, okay, one more class. For all the test classes, I'm going to create base test.java, okay, base test.java. What exactly you are going to maintain in base.java? Base test.java, we are going to maintain a couple of things, that before method and after method, which will be common for all the test classes. Simple before method and after method I'm going to define over there. In before method, we will initialize our Google Chrome and whatever. And after method also, we will define tear down like driver.quit and something like this. And then it's time to write login test.java. So the next guy will be login test.java, which will extend what, base test.java. Okay, base.java. And under login test.java, what I'm going to do now, with the help of page class, we will call this method get instance method, and we will pass which page class instance we need, like this. So it will be a connection like this. We will call this particular get instance method, and get instance method we will pass for which page. Okay, we are gonna take the object of the specific page class, and then we will call the respective page class actions over there, like this. Okay, so I'll show you how exactly we can do that. So after once the test layer is done, similarly I'll create my uh, home page test.java as well. Okay, and there also I'll maintain my test classes over there. So directly I'll write my @test annotation over there. So simple multiple @test annotation for defining the test cases, for writing the test cases I'll be writing over there, right guys? And then later on you can add the test cases for other pages as well. So I'll just give you the skeleton, the foundation of the framework, the approach, and later on the rest of the pages and rest of the test cases you can add on, right? Because this is something very important, and other things will be just copy paste. And once the test layer is done, that I'm going to create one runner class. That is my testng.xml file. So that will be my third component. That is my test runner. This will be my testng.xml file, in which I'll report all the test classes. Okay, so different test classes I'll keep over here. I'll keep them over here, and then we will execute this testng.xml file, which will execute all these test cases from here. So I would say this is again your hybrid page object, a hybrid framework with page object model pattern. So let me give some name: hybrid framework plus page object model with generics, with Java generics. Okay, how to do that? This is the main crux, and this is something very impressive, guys, that you can explain at a time of interview, and then easily you can crack the interviews with this design as well. People might ask you that, okay, hey, what are different design patterns and what are different approaches, okay, with respect to Java you guys are using? So you can show your creativity over there. This is something really interesting. And this is the application, guys, that let me close this just a second. Yeah. So this is the application that we are going to use, that hubspot.com. And here we have login page. After login, we are going to log in into the system on the login page, and then we will land on homepage.java. I mean the home page, not Java. Yeah, and then we will verify a couple of things like title or maybe says dashboard is there or not, and then like this, right? So I already created this username password for this application. You can use any application, and in fact you can use your own company application as well. So app.hubspot.com I have used for that. Perfect. Okay, so I'm not going to create any configuration properties file and all those things, because that you guys can do it later. I have already completed those things so many times. As of now, I'm just creating basic foundation so that you can understand the concept of Java generics in page object model, right? Okay, perfect. So let's do one thing. Let's create a new project over here, and I'm going to create one Maven project. So let's create a project, and let me, yeah, Maven project. Click on next, and click on next. Here, let's see, I'm giving some name. Okay, sorry. In the next page, I'm giving some name. Let's see, page object model with Java generics. Okay, and same artifact ID also I'm giving. Click on finish. So you will see page object model with Java generics got created. SRC main Java, SRC test Java got created, and I don't need these dummy packages, so I'm gonna delete them. Okay, so let's delete, and I'm gonna delete these 3 packages as well in SRC test Java. We will create our own packages. Okay, so as I told you, according to the diagram, my first aim is to create what? My first aim is to create the page class, the page layer, and under the page layer, I have to create page class. Okay, so simple. I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a package over there, and the package name is, let's see, com.qa.hubspot. This is what we have to give. com.qa.application name dot, and okay, com.qa.hubspot. Let's see, pages. Okay, so for all the pages, let's see, I'm simple writing pages. For all the pages, I'll maintain inside this particular package. So right click on this particular package and create a class, and this will be my page class. So simple write page. Okay, or maybe like, yeah, page.java. You can create like this, because this will be the parent of base page class. Don't select the main method. Click on finish. Better to give the page name so that you will understand it better. And under this particular page.java, what I'm going to do, that I'm going to define my variable public. Let's see, WebDriver reference first. Let's see, this is my driver, and public. Okay, let's see. But before that, what we need to do, we need to open our pom.xml file, and we need to add the dependency for testng as well as Selenium, right, guys? So that we have already seen that. Let me delete this JUnit dependency, and what I'm going to do first, we will add okay, so we will add Selenium dependency. So I'll take Selenium dependency from some other project. So let me take it from, let's see, from here. Okay, so I'll just go to pom.xml file, and let me add the dependency for Selenium and testng. So I'll copy this entire stuff from here, right, and then paste it over there. Save it, and yep, that's it. I don't need this Maypom series. And then you will see that dependency should be added. Let me close my pom.xml file, and you just need to check that's Maven dependency added over there. Yes, perfectly fine, not an issue. Okay, and page.java, this WebDriver reference I'm going to create. We just need to import this. Okay, and after that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do that one more thing. I'm going to create one reference for WebDriver wait as well, for explicitly wait. So WebDriver wait, and let's see, wait reference I have created. So these 2 references I have created, which will be used in my framework, and import this. So we know that, okay, WebDriver wait is used for explicitly wait, and WebDriver is interface to initialize your driver. Okay, after that, what I'm going to do that I'm going to create the constructor of page class. So page class constructor I'm going to create. This is something important because, okay, to initialize the drivers. So I'm going to create the page class constructor, public page, and here I'm going to accept two variables. One is the WebDriver driver reference, and one is WebDriver weight reference. So like this. Okay, guys. And to initialize both the drivers and the weight, okay, this driver and this particular weight, we have to use this keyword, okay, so that we can initialize with a driver and weight these local variables of the constructor. So we have to use this dot sorry, driver is equal to driver, and this dot weight is equal to weight. Okay, so the constructor is done. Now the real thing will start. What we have to do, we have to create one method, okay, create a method with Java generics and return a new page like this. Okay, so Java generics we have to create, and it will return, okay, it will return a new page. So how to do that? So I'm going to create one method. Let's see, my method name is, so according to the diagram, as I told you, that we need to create one method. Let's see, something like this, get instance method, which will return the page class object, whatever the page class that you are requesting. So now see it carefully that I'm going to create one method. Let's see, get instance method like this, and let's see, this is void in nature. Public void get instance method I have created. As a parameter, what I'm going to do that I just pass the page class, like home page class or login page class or contacts page or deals page. So as a parameter, now see it carefully, I'm going to create one parameter as class level like this class, and make a definition of your generics like this t page. I'll tell you what is the purpose of this, and this is a reference with the page class. Okay, like this. And this t page, what do you mean by t page? T page as a whatever the page class that it is that we are going to pass, okay, it will have the class reference of t page. So instead of void, what I'm going to do, guys, now see it carefully, I'm going to define the generics like this. Simple. This is, you can give any name, it's not about t page, you can give any name. T page is extends one class that is called base page. So base page we will create in some time like this, and simple, I'm going to write t page, okay, like this. And what I'm going to do that under this particular method, so I have created a generics get instance method, which is the return type of this method is a t page, okay, and t page which will extend the base page. So you can give any name, any reference name you can use instead of t page or test page or whatever. Okay, here what I'm going to do that I'll simply write a return statement. It will return what, as I told you, it will return whatever the page class, okay, whatever the page class is there, dot one method I'm going to create over here that okay, what I'm going to do that return page class dot, I'll write some code for you guys, get declared constructor. I'll explain you this code, don't worry. Okay, get declared constructor. Okay, now what I'm going to do that what do you mean by this? Okay, return page class, let's see, this is something like this, page class, whatever the reference that you are passing, return page class dot, if you see this method get declared constructor over here, and we have to pass the parameter types. So parameter types I'm going to give WebDriver dot class, comma, WebDriver weight dot class. And from there, what do you need? You need a new instance and new instance of what? New instance of, okay, new instance of this particular class. So simple this dot driver comma this dot wait, like this. Okay, so what exactly this guy will do, it will return whatever the page class that you're passing. Let's say I'm passing home page class, whatever the declared constructor is there along with these parameters, and new instance method, this is the default method is already available, okay, which will give you the object of that particular class. That's it, you don't need to write any other thing now. And if I'll do one thing, I'll put inside a try block, inside a try catch block, because this is something, if any exception is there or something like this, it will generate an exception. Let's see, I'm going to catch this particular exception in. I know this is something really new for you guys, this kind of syntax with respect to generics and everything, but guys, you need to understand, and this is only one time, that's it. Okay, and catch, simple, I'm printing, let's see, e dot print stack trace, and if any exception is there, you don't need to return anything, you simple return null. Okay, simple return null. Perfect. Okay, now what I'm going to do, that that's the only thing you have to do it, that's the only thing you have to do inside the page class, but only thing is you need to create base page class, right? So what I'm going to do, that I'm going to create one base page over here, new, and class base page. Okay, click on finish, and the moment I create base page, the error will be gone, because obviously it's in the same package, or if it is in the different package, you can import. So base page is there. Perfect. What I'm going to write inside the base page.java, inside the base page.java, guys, first I have to extend, as I told you, this is a child of page class, base page.java is the child of page class. Simple write extends page, as simple as that. Okay, so, and then add constructor, simple add the constructor of this particular class, because in the page class, in the parent class, we have that constructor like this. Okay, so simple create the constructor, and then we will call the constructor of the page class with driver and wait. Okay, perfect. Now what we need to do, we simple write some generic wrappers or wrapper method, generic util wrappers. How to do that? So simple like this is not Java generics, I'm simple writing saying that util libraries or how to click and all those things. So let's say I'm writing how to click on a particular button or particular link, simple public void click, and for click we need a locator. So by, let's see, locator, and then simple I'm using driver dot find element, whatever the locator, and dot click. Okay, okay, just a minute, driver dot find element. Okay, yeah, this by we have to import first, and dot click. Okay, so this is the dot click. Similarly, I'm going to create 2-3 methods. Later on you can keep adding some other methods. How will you pass the send keys? So let's see, this is my do click, this is my do send keys, and for send keys, what I'm going to do, that which value you want to pass along with the locator. So let's see the text. So what do you need along with locator dot send keys, and this is the text that I'm going to pass. Makes sense, right? Similarly, that you have one more. Let's see, I'm going to create public void do get text method. All right, do get text, and then simple driver dot, and this guy is also, it will take one locator by locator. So driver dot find element, and this is the locator dot get text. Perfect. And then this guy will return, this method will return whatever the text is coming. So obviously instead of void, I have to write a string over there. Simple, these 3 methods I have created. Okay, so this is my 3 wrappers I have created: do click, send keys, and do get text. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do that this is my base page, which is extending the page class. Okay, that's it. Inside the base page, that's the only thing you need to write. Now what I'm going to do that I'm going to create my login page.java. So let's create a class login page, and this particular login page, this is going to do what? This is going to extends the base page. Let's see. Okay, extends the base page, and if it is extending the base page, again we have to create the constructor. So simple add the constructor over there like this, right? Add the constructor over there, and here first what I'm going to do, the page locators I have to define. So how to define the locators? So to define the locators, simple. Let's see, for login page what we need. So I'll go to my login page. This is my login page. I need my username, password, and login button. So I'll simply define 3 locators over there. By okay, this is my email ID is equal to by dot ID and ID of that particular login field. So you simple inspect this guy. Okay, so ID is username. So I'll copy this ID is equal to username over there. So this is the first locator. Similarly, guys, I'm going to define 2 more locator. One is for, let's see, password, and another is for login button. So for password, what is my locator? ID is there. Good, ID is there. So I'll simple copy paste the ID. And let me correct the spelling. Password. And for login button, what is the, so for login button ID is available. So I'll take this ID and then this. Okay, so I'm not using any page factory pattern. I'm not using any @find by. I'm using non-page factory pattern with the help of by locators. This is always I prefer. Okay, nowadays. Okay, because a non-page factory with the help of by locator, it is quite easy and lightweight. You don't need to write any @find by annotations and all. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to define my page actions. So how to define the page action? So my first page action, that's public void. What is the first thing you want to do? Public void, let's see, on the moment I come on login page, I want to verify the title is correct or not. So public void, uh, let's see, get login page title. Okay, public void get login page title. And with title, how will you get the title? So for to get the title, what I'm going to do that I simple take driver dot what driver dot get title. Okay, so driver dot get title, I'll take it and I'll return it. So if it is returning title, it will return, instead of void I'll write title over there, string over there. Okay, okay, what else we can do that? Other than that, what I'm going to do that I simply say, let's see, public void do login method. And for do login, what I have to do for do login, I'm expecting my username password. So I'll simply write a string username comma string password, let's see, pwd. And what I have to do, I simply write I have to enter the username. So to enter the username, I have already created this method, do send keys method. So can I call this method do send keys in my child class? Of course I can do that. So do send keys. Okay, which locator? So email locator. Okay, do send keys email locator. And what is the username that you want to pass? So I want to pass this particular username. Simple. So now it will be so easy, right? Do send keys. And what is which locator? The password locator. Okay, the password locator and simple pwd. Right? Because do send keys is expecting what? It is expecting one by locator and whatever the value that you want to pass, and then it will create your element over there, web element driver dot find element, whatever the by locator dot send keys and whatever the text. So I have created one generic wrapper over there. Simple. So I just need to call do send keys. So you don't need to write a driver dot find element by dot xbar and by dot id again and again over there. Okay, so do login with email ID password, and then simple do click. Which locator for click? Login button locator, right? Login button locator, and then it will simple click on it. That's it, right? Okay, so let's see. I have written these two methods. Now what I'm going to do that after login page.java is done, I'll create one. Now it's time to create some test. So I'll do one thing inside my src test.java. I mean src test java. I'll create a package. The package is com.qa.hubspot.test. Let's see. Click on finish. And as I told you in the diagram now, first we will create one base test. So page is created, base page is created, and login page is also created. Home page we will create it later. First, let's see. Let's write some test cases for login only. So now it's time to create test layer. So base test we will create. So let's create one class that is my base test, and this will be the super class of all the classes. And click on finish. So inside the base test, what I'm going to do, it's simple. As I told you that inside the base test, we have to create two methods, base before method and after method. That's it. So let's do it. So what I'm going to do that I create my WebDriver over here first, WebDriver public WebDriver driver reference at the class level so that I can use this driver everywhere. And then public and WebDriver wait also. Let's see wait. Okay. And import this, and I'm going to create the reference of page class as well, that page that we have created. I'll tell you why. Okay, and then import this particular page. Okay, import is also done, and now I'm going to create one @before method. Now see it carefully, before method, and in before method, as I knew that okay, we have to create the setup method. So public void setup, and this before method I'm going to import from okay testng. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do that I have to define my property, the Google Chrome driver property. So let's see, I'm already copy paste over here. Okay, something like this, system.set property where exactly a Chrome driver.exe file is available. Fine, and then I have to initialize my Google Chrome. So driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Let's say I'm using only Chrome as of now. Later on you can put some other browsers as well. So I'm just giving you the design. Okay, later on you guys can enhance this framework. And weight also, explicitly weight also, I'm going to define that okay, weight is equal to new WebDriver weight. And for WebDriver weight, let's say I'm giving driver comma 15. Okay, new WebDriver weight I have given. And then once your Chrome is initialized and the WebDriver is also defined, WebDriver weight is also defined, I'm going to maximize my window. So let's see driver dot what manage dot dot window dot full screen. Okay, so full screen I'll do that instead of maximize. And now this is what we have to do. You have to what create the object of page class. It means you just need to instantiate page class. How will you do that? Simple. I have created the reference page. Page is equal to new page. Okay, page is equal to new page. But in page class, constructor will be called, right? We have to pass our driver and we have to pass the weight. So what I'll do, I simple pass my driver and I have to pass my weight. So simple I'll write driver comma weight. Okay, so driver comma weight is there. And then what I'm going to do that I simple write after method. And then simple I'll cite public void. Let's see, this is my tear down method. And after method, I'm going to import from testng. Okay. and you just need to import this. Yeah, import is done, and driver dot quit. That's it. Okay, so this is my base test I have created. Simple, two methods, before method and after method is there. Let me remove these spaces. Okay, now it's time to create a login page test. So I'm going to create one test, login page test. Click on finish, and login page test. What exactly it will do? It will extend your base test. Extend base test. And here we just need to create @test annotation. Only the test cases we have to write. As I told you, only the test cases. So let's see my first test case. I'm going to write @test annotation. What I'm going to do, and simple. Let's see, my first test method is public void. Let's see, verify login page title test. Okay, login page title test, and this @test I'm going to import from testng. So now you see it carefully, guys. To the login page title test, and we have already created this login page. We have to call this method, right? Then only we will get the driver.get title. Then only we will get the title string. So how to call this particular method? To call this method, we need to create the object of login page class so that we can do that. What I'm going to do, you don't need to do that. What you need to do, you simply do one thing. You have this is extending base test, and in this base test, obviously this is the parent of all the test classes. It means I can take all the properties from base test. So I'm going to take this page property, and the page property, simple, what I will do, you simple write page dot which method, get instance method, which is already available in page.java. Remember, this get instance method is already available there, and we need to pass the page class over there. Which page class? So page dot get instance, which page class that you are expecting? I'm expecting my login page. Okay, I'm expecting my login page dot class. Okay, so what exactly this get instance method it will do? Get instance method, it will return login page class object. Okay, so this is the generic method, that get instance method that we have created over here, that whatever the page class that you are transferring, that we are giving, it will give you, okay, it will give you the declared constructor. It means it will give you the new instance. It means it will give you the object of that particular class. So you don't need to write like login page is equal to new login page, and then you are calling that the login page class method. No, you simply do dot whatever the method you want to do. So we have one method that get login page title method. Okay, so this get login page title method, it will return what? It will return a string. So I'll store in a string variable. Let's see, string title is equal to this. I'll print it on the console, that system.out.println, that login page title is something like this, title. And then I'll assert dot assert equals whatever the, okay, actual value, and what are you expecting from the login page. So my login page title is this one. Can you see that? HubSpot login. Okay, this is the title. I just mouse over H capital, S capital, L capital. So HubSpot login. HubSpot login. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting. That's it. So this is the first test case I have written, and let's say this is my priority is equal to 1. Okay, so let's see. So I'll explain. We haven't executed yet. Let's see it is working or not. But again, you simple extending base test, and inside the base test we have this particular page. And so what will happen? This setup method will be called first, because we are extending what? Base test. So by default, setup method will be called. It will initialize your Chrome WebDriver wait driver dot full screen, and the page is equal to new page. Okay, the page is equal to new page, it will do. And yep, and after that, what I'm gonna do, I think we are missing one more thing, that we have to launch the URL as well. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do, that driver.manage full screen, and after that I'll add this particular driver.get, and the URL is this HubSpot login. Okay, this URL, right? So URL will be launched, and then I'm creating the object of page class. So object of page class, it means this particular page will be initialized now. It means the constructor of the page class will be initialized. It means this will be initialized. And then after this, what I'm going to do, that I simple come over here, page.get instance method I'll call. Page.get instance method, it means for which class, okay, for which class object, of which class object you want to get, the object of which class, object of login page class, dot class, and then got login method. So this is actually representing, this particular line is representing page is equal to new login page, or login page is equal to new login page. So instead of writing that thing, you have to create the object of that particular class, and then only you can access get instance method, right guys? Let me just close it, and then only you can access all the methods of that particular page class. So I'm not writing in that way, I'm simple doing in such a way that, okay, through the generics, through the Java generics, I'm trying to access. Okay, and once you get it, so we know that, okay, get login page title is available inside the login page.java. I can call this method only and only by login page class object. So instead of creating the object directly, I'm doing with the help of get instance method, and it will return one string. I'm storing in a particular string variable and asserting over there, printing and asserting over there. So let's see this is working or not. Let's see. If it is not working, we will try to debug. So let's run this. Okay, so perfect. Browser is getting launched. Okay, something got missed. Okay, I'll do one thing. It's saying that, okay, expected this but found this. So I'll do one thing. I'll put a wait for some time. So after launching the, okay, just a minute. Yeah, after launching the Google Chrome, what I'm gonna do, that for time being, I'm giving thread.sleep for, let's see, 6 seconds. Okay, you simple do add surround with try catch block. Okay, like this, thread.sleep of 6 seconds, because I'll tell you what is the problem. And now let's run it again, because this hubspot.com, if you launch it, see, it is getting launched. Okay, no, I think we have to give, one second, let me thread.sleep, we have to give after launching the URL over here. Okay, so let's launch the URL and then let's see. So let's run it again. Okay, now it is, see, this is a problem. It takes around 5 seconds to show you the login page, and the login page is displayed, yes, and then the title is verified. Login page title is coming like this, HubSpot login, right? And your test case is passed. Test case got passed. Isn't it amazing, guys? Now I'll simply write my second test case at the rate test public void, let's see, a login test. So how will you write a login test? Simple. Now concept will remain same, page.getInstance, where exactly do login method is available. Do login method is available over here. I have to call this method. How will you call this method? So simple, to call this method, I need login page. I'll simply write login page dot class dot which method? Dot do login method, and what is your username password. So let's say right now I'm just doing an hard-coded value that my username is Maven animation20 at gmail.com, and the password, let's say I'm using, okay, I'm sharing my real password over here for this application, test@1234. You can see that, okay, do login method will be called. It will enter the username, it will enter the password, and it will click on login button, and finally it will quit the browser. Okay, so let's run it. So I'll make this priority is equal to Perfect. Now let's run it and let's see. So 2 test cases are there. It means 2 times browser should be launched. This is my first test case. Perfect. HubSpot login is visible. It will verify HubSpot login is there or not. Yes. Okay. Again, the second test case, it will try to enter the username password. Okay, so it's going to wait for 6 seconds. By the time login page will be displayed, can you see that? Yes, it entered login username password over there, and the browser is closed, and both the test cases got passed. Can you see that? Perfectly fine. Isn't it amazing, guys? Right? This is something new thing, extra flavor I have added with the help of Java generics. Nobody, I'm telling, I'm giving you guarantee that okay, such things you will never find on Google, on any blog or any YouTube channel. That is for sure. Nobody, I mean, this is something my own, okay, own thing. Okay, this is how you write the smart code, like this. Only this single line is doing the magic. The rest of the other things are almost same with respect to page object model, right? So you can add this extra flavor, okay, in your test cases. Same thing. Let's see now. I want to write some test cases for home page. So what I'm going to do that I'm going to create my homepage.java. So let's create a class homepage. Click on finish. And just like for login page, we have to create the home page. So home page is there, which will extends what? Okay, and then add the constructor. Okay, and what I'm going to do that in homepage.java. Okay, so in homepage.java, what I'm going to do that. Let's see, I'll go to my home page after login. What we need, we are reaching on home page, and for homepage.java, let's see, I'm going to verify that sales dashboard is there or not. So let's verify this guy, sales dashboard. It is available class. So I'll create one by locator with the class. So again, I'll create my page locators. That by, let's see, home page header. So header is equal to by dot class, sorry, by dot class name, and the class name is this. Okay. So let's say I want to verify only one thing that is there or not, or later on you can verify some other thing as well. So for time being, I'm just writing only one locator, and yeah, and then I'm going to define my page actions over there. So first page action, let's see, I want to verify that home page title is there or not. So let's see, get home page title. So this, let's see, initially it's void. And how will you get the title? So to get the title, simple, driver dot get title. Okay, so it will return the title. So I'll simply write, instead of void, I'll write a string, right? And then I simple write, let's see, public void get whatever the header is there. So this is my header. The moment I come on the home page, I want to verify that sales dashboard is there or not. So how will you verify? To verify this thing, I want to verify that okay, yes, sales dashboard is there or not. So I'll just inspect this guy, and I'll take, okay, let me inspect once again. Inspect this guy, and whatever the text is available, I'll capture the text, okay, on this particular web element. So get home page header. Okay, so how will you get the home page header? So to get the home page header, uh, you simply write get text method that we have already written inside the base page. Remember, do get text, and I'll call this method do get text. So do get text dot, or I'll do one thing that instead of do get text, okay, so just like this login page that we have created, right? Okay, so I'll do one thing. Home page is there. Okay, so let's do get text. Which locator? Let's see this header locator. Header locator, and do get text method. What exactly it will return? Do get text method. It will, whatever the locator that you are passing, it will capture the text and then it will return a string over there. So I'll do one thing. I'll say return the same, whatever that you are getting, and instead of void, I'll write a string. Simple. So let's see, this is my page action. 2 page actions I have created. Okay, for home page. Now I'm gonna write my test case for home page. So simple class you create home page test and click on finish. And every test is extending what? Extends base page. Base test. Okay. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do? Simple. @test annotation. And @test, I simply write public. And just like login page test we have created, I'm going to write simple @test. I want to verify that home page title test, right? And then @test we need to import. But let's see, this is but to reach at home page, guys, what we need to do? We need to log in into the system, right? So for login into the system, what we need to do? We need page dot get instance method. We have to call login. Okay, page dot class and dot to login. We have to pass the username password. Right, first we need to login. So Naveen animation 20 @gmail.com, and then password is test @1234. Okay, so we will log in into the system first, then only we will reach at the home page. So login is done. After login, what do you want? After login, I want to verify my home page header is not. After login, the sales dashboard is there or not. So how to verify that? So simple page dot the home page title is there or not. Sorry, okay, not the header. Home page title, that we have to call this particular method get home page title. So how we'll do that? So simple, I'll write page dot get instance. Now which page class we have to pass? We have to pass home page class now. Home page dot class, because it will give you the object of home page, and dot which method you want to call, right? We have to call the home page title. So get home page title, right guys? So get home page title, it will return what? It will return driver dot get title. It will return you the title of the home page, and then simple, I'll store in a string variable, that is string. I see title is equal to this, and I print it on the console, that system.out.println, that I'll simply write something like this, that home page title is whatever the title that we are getting. Title, and then I'll assert it immediately, that assert equals, this is your title and what exactly you're expecting as a title of the home page. So as a title of the home page is this is reports dashboard. Can you see that the tooltip for the title reports dashboard, R capital D small? So reports dashboard. Okay, perfect. And this is my test case number 1. Priority is equal to 1. And then I'm going to write one more test, @test. My second test is what? Public void. We have to check the header, sales dashboard header, right? We have created the method inside the home page class. So I simply write verify home page header test, right? Verify home page header test. How to do that? Page dot get instance. Which page class? Home page class. Okay, but before that, again we need to log in into the system. So I'll write this line. Okay, and then again I'll write this particular line, that page dot get instance for home page. Get the home page instance, and what do you need? You simply write which method? Home page header method. So get home page header. what exactly it will do? It will return the text, whatever the text is available for that particular header that you are passing, right? This particular header that you have created, private page title, the class name of this guy, and dot get text, right? So simple do get text, it will return a string over there. So fine, so it will give you a string. So I'll store in a string variable. Make sense? So a string, let's see, header is equal to this, and I'll print the header on the console, that system.out.println, that home page header is whatever the header variable that we are getting, and then we will assert the simple assert equals whatever the header and what exactly the header that you are expecting. So I'm expecting this guy, sales dashboard. Okay, sales dashboard. Okay, so sales dashboard I'm expecting, and this is my priority number 2. Perfect. That's it. So whenever first you need to log in, after that, after login, what do you need? After login, you need your get instance of the home page, so that you can call this method. You will get it, that get home page header will give you what it will call this do get text. Whatever the locator, that by locator that you are passing, it will give you the get text, and then finally you will get the text, the header printed on the console, and then compare with assertion. That's it. Okay, but another thing is that the moment you log in into the system, right after do login, let's do one thing. After do login, let's wait for 5 more seconds, just to, so just safer side. Later on you can convert into explicitly wait. So I'm not writing any explicitly wait, guys. That is, you guys can do it later. So let's say I'm going to give 6000 milliseconds of wait over there with surround with try catch block. Okay, like this. And because after login, it takes some time to display the home page. Okay, so now let's run it again. Okay, fine. So this is my first test case. That's the problem with this application, that it takes around 5 seconds to display the login page. Login into the system. Fine, and it will check that, okay, title of the page. Yes, perfect. Title of the page is reports dashboard. Again, the second test case, browser is launched. It will log in into the system, and it will check the sales dashboard is there or not. Okay, yes. So my both the test cases should be passed. Let's see. If you see the console, both the test cases got passed. 2 test cases were there. So the title was report dashboard, perfectly fine, and the sales dashboard, the home page header, and both the test cases got passed. You can see the result over there. Both are in green color. What do you think about it? Is it really cool, right? If you really like this particular concept, guys, the Java generics and all, you can see that systematically we have designed very beautifully. Okay, we have used this concept. Small enhancements are there. You can remove thread.sleep. You can put the explicitly wait properly. That I'm not going to cover because you guys can do it later. That's not a big deal. That will be the common thing for all the frameworks. But you see the design. Design is very important, right? Okay. Now what I'm going to do, that I'm going to create one source folder, src test resources. So right click on your project, go to source folder, and source folder we will create our testng.xml file. So src test resources, sorry, src test resources, and click on finish. And under src test resources, I'm going to create, let's see, a folder. Let's see, test runner folder, and under this particular runner, I'm going to create a file, and my file name is, let's see, testng.xml, the template file, the runner template file. And here we have to give. Okay, so I'm just going to copy paste the testng.xml, okay, from some other project. So let me get some other project. Let's see, from here I'll get it. Okay, I simply copy this entire stuff, and we will modify it accordingly. So we don't need this thing. We are not using any listener also, and we are not using any parameter like this. and we are using okay, one second. Yeah, this is the class, and we are not using this particular class. So we are using two classes, right? Login test and home page test. So, and we have to give the exact path. So login page test. So com.qa.hubspot dot test we have to write, because the package name is different. Dot login page test. Okay, and this is same thing for home page test. Okay, home page test, and this is my login page test. That's it. Right, and you can give the some other name, regression test cases on Chrome or whatever. Let's see, yeah, something like this. That's it, guys. We need to use it, and then we need to remove some spaces from here. Okay, and then we are going to run this testng.xml. It should execute all the test cases. 2 plus 2, 4 test cases. Let's see. It means 4 times browser should be launched. Okay, let's see. And later on, you can add your extend report or whatever the layer report you want to add that I've already explained in my project. Later on, you can do that. Okay, you can add the plugins also, the Surefire plugin and compiler plugin, and easily you can execute from your command line as well. That I'm not going to show because obviously so many times I have shown you those things. So let's execute and let's see the report later on. So what do you think? If you really like this so far, guys, please put a comment over there. How exactly are you liking this approach? Okay, but make sure that okay, you should have some basic knowledge about Java generics, and with the help of that, we are able to do that. This is something really different approach. Yeah, maybe one test case got failed, maybe because of some reason that we can see it later. But you can see that okay, all the test cases getting executed, but in home page test, header is saying that okay, unable to locate that element. Maybe the page loading issue. Maybe we can increase the time over there, right? So according to the diagram, if you see, the runner file is also done. So all these 3-4 components we have created in this particular hybrid page object model framework with this particular design pattern and with Java generics we have used over there. So this is the folder structure, guys, I have used, and you just need to create this magic, this Java generics method, and this line will do everything for you. That's it. And we have provided the Java generics like this over there, right? So remember this diagram in your mind, and remember the design, what exactly we are trying to do. Exact same thing you have to explain at the time of interview. Okay, whenever you are explaining about the page object model with Java generics, you can impress anyone with this approach. Okay, so that's all. Thanks for watching this video. If you really like this video, please put a comment over there, share this video as much as possible, okay, with your friends, with your colleagues. And if you really want to design this kind of framework, you can I'm gonna upload this entire code in my Git repository, and I'll share the link in my description, so you guys can refer the entire source code as well, and you can implement in your current framework. And I really wanted to showcase this particular knowledge. I really wanted to share this knowledge because I was just checking randomly that okay, hey, can I use generics? And I tried to do this thing, and then I finally okay, and I was able to achieve that. So I really like this approach. It's very lightweight, something really cool I have done. I wanted to share with you all, and I hope you are enjoying this thing. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, and please press the bell icon over there so that you will be notified whenever there is a new video on my channel. So thanks for watching, and keep sharing and keep learning. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.